Where is it? Okay, good. Yeah, now I'm on YouTube. Four spots left in the first one. What time did we get done at last night or this morning? Like 3 or 4? No. It wasn't even 2 yet. Thank you for the follow, Steve. Man, we went ham for yesterday, that's for sure. Well, we definitely hit 560,000. 560, 118. 560, 118. And that's before release. What's up, Chucky? No, there's no Zard in the set. What's up, Silgrim? So this is the number before release. What was it again? 560, 118. About to go work a soccer game? What do you mean? Like, do you ref or something? Two and 23. Grizz grabbing some spots. First one's almost full. I know I'm usually not live earlier like this, so. Alright, I think 23 is full. Maybe? Yep. $24 and $25. I think there must be another order then, because I'm missing one name. $23. And there it is. All right, I can randomize 23. First couple streams are good, dude. You're working a booth selling insurance memberships? Nice, nice. Hopefully you don't get dark for the third time in a row. Dude, last stream I went ham. I ripped 4 case breaks and then like 2 boxers and 3 boxers. Well, that's cool, Chucky. I love animals. All right, let me randomize the first one. Actually, Josh was before. Now that I think about it. Here, we'll do it like this. Perfect. Now it's good. I just did undo, redo just to show it because it wasn't fully on camera, but now it is. All right. Natalie, you didn't get dark. And Chris, how you been, dude? Happy to see you. Chris, you know what I was thinking about the other day? Whatever happened to your cousin who used to be here all the time? How's he doing? I wish you were always live all weekend. I mean, if it calls for it, I would. Grizz got trainer. This Friday? Probably. What are you pointing? Working like a madman. Your bro used to pop in from time to time, but he's... Ah, gotcha. All good. Not like I was just like... I was just wondering just because I was curious. Something happened or something. You're off work at 7? Nice. I'm just surprised we dodged like every tornado yesterday. I was convinced we were about to get hit by one. Cheers before this gets too cold. About to head to work. Well, this break will be done while you're on your way. Grizz, I bought this for $15 on Amazon. Fantastic. One of the employees used it at like 3 in the morning. And he was like, ah. Use it now. Don't do two. Don't ever do a double like I just did. Oh my god. I did an inhale and then I inhaled again. Okay. Good morning. I've pulled 7 in like 10 cases. I think it's pretty good luck. You're missing the RK9. Dude, I want the Ralts, Corellia, and Gardevoir graded, one of each. But no, I haven't used it while I lifted. When I go for a max, I will. No, I mean like the favorite in the set. Gardevoir is a Pokemon that I always use in the games if possible. Gardevoir, Salamence, and Metagross are 3 that I always use if I can in the games. If they're like available to catch. Raichu. Raichu is like in an alternate reality what Raichu was going to be named. Yo, Psychic right off the bat. Time to head to work. Well, as long as you're not driving, you can watch or listen. It's what Faticate was supposed to be. Oh, man. Faticate is fantastic. I've never heard that before. Chucky, that's you. Jacques and Gardevoir. Another hit for Chucky popping off.
My parents sent me goodbyes.
Okay. Tell them thank you. Alternate Jack. Slightly thin on the left. Probably a 9. And Chucky. I'd say between an 8 and a 9. Or not an 8 and a 9. A 9 and a 10 for this. Very nice. Apparently I need to charge the case. I bought new headphones for this release. But I didn't charge the case yet. I'll probably stream some Sea of Beach tomorrow too, because I want to get the Mermaid Curse tomorrow. It's supposed to be a nice and long voyage. This is gonna be the one time like where, so it has you go down in the mermaid shrines and you have to leave your boat up top. This is gonna. I haven't been sunk from being like away from my boat, but on stream tomorrow, I promise you, because I'm on this quest, it's gonna happen. I'm kind of excited. Just hopefully I don't lose the progress and have to start over by like losing a key item. If you haven't noticed already, I added that Poke Community app, and I'm going to add it to the gaming channel too, so you can, it'll save your progress on both channels. Magnezo. You just need a Premier Ball? Can I sign an energy? What do you want, Chuck? You want, or your Psychic? I will sign you a Psychic energy. Right now. No. Darn. You gotta collect them all, but you lost the first ones, Chucky. It tells me that like you didn't really care about them to begin with, which rightfully so. You shouldn't care about my signature. But hey, I'm happy to ruin an energy card for you. I'm just messing around with you, my guy. Of course, now that I need a Psychic energy, though, it's going to make me work for it. Chucky, I was messing with you. You don't got to explain it to me, dude. I was more so just laughing at the fact. I'm honored to sign a card for you. First pet's name. Street I grew up on, my first grade teacher. I'm pretty sure I ran everyone into the ground last night, though, / this morning. That was I mean, between the, like, actual, like, the first stream midnight That was 5 hours, and then it was like 9 hours for the second stream. I just ran everyone into the ground. Gold Electric. Oh, Clyde Rotwing is here. Very thin on the left. I'll say probably an 8. Maybe you squeeze a 9. Still a good looking card though. I still have, ooh, the alternate penny, dude. I've been getting pretty lucky though. All the ones that I was looking at, so a lot of the big hits were well centered. This is pretty much the same centering though. Maybe you squeeze a 9, who knows? That's 2 alternates. What are the 2 cards you need? I forgot to put on regular music. The Mario, the metal Mario music right now is tripping me out. That is the first upside down hit I've had this entire release. I had a couple cards that were backwards in the pack, but upside down is a new one. You were listening to that? What, the metal Mario music? Arcanine Full Art, Ralts, and Corellia. Arcanine Full Art, Ralts, and Corellia, maybe one other. Gotcha. This is My Chemical Romance Pig. This is the name I have for, or Emo Pig for short. Nightmare Before Christmas Pig, also acceptable. Yo. I bet Oinkalone is like OP in the game. I haven't played Scarlet and Violet yet. I'll stream it when I do. Like low key, it's like Beware. Beware was OP. Pretty gradable on that. Steel. Chris. Yeah. Well, I mean, Pokemon did originate in Japan. That's crazy, Silgrad. You're making connections that like I would have never thought of. I love being sarcastic towards you. Dude, there's not going to be one psychic energy now that I need it to sign for Chucky. You don't deserve it. Murkrow is OP and competitive. Why? Specifically Murkrow, not the evolved form? Dustkrow, or whatever his name is. Dude, it still trips me out. As a kid, I thought Murkrow evolved into Skarmory, and I don't know why I made that connection as a child. I was convinced, either somebody told me and was incorrect. I thought like you evolved it like the same way you evolved Steelix, or into Steelix. Eviolite. It uses Tailwind. What does Tailwind do? Just increase your speed? Periodically? I forgot what it was. Because like competitive Pokemon is not even played on Pokemon. They use like a third-party software. Raises speed by 1.5. Just once or periodically? Iron Treads. For 5 turns, yeah, that's a little bit broken. But at least speed is not... Speed still doesn't increase crit like it used to, right? Because that was broken. If it's multi... Oh my god, if you used agility to set it up, that would actually be, like, disgusting. The multiplier on that would be, like, absolutely, like... disgusting. Agility increases speed, right? Or is it just evasiveness? I don't know what they change it to sometimes. It does by 2 stages, and then you multiply it by 1.5. Dude, that's too much speed. That's exponential. I guess at a certain point, like it just becomes like dead stats. Like it's inefficient. Unless there's moves in the game that are based off of speed. There we go. Finally got a psychic energy for Chucky. It made me sweat for that one. Electro Ball works off... Yeah. Like, if you have moves that work off of speed, that's disgusting. I love that. Oh, no. I'm out of Pokeballs. Oh, well. Euroball, like the Greek meat. They just like throw euros. That's spelled the same way, right? I think there's going to be last pack magic here. No, I know what you mean, yeah. I just was mind blown when I learned from watching J-Rose that defense curl doubles the damage of rollout. And I started using that. Like last time I played Crystal, I got a Miltank and I just kept defense curl. You set it up twice and rollout just sweeps the Elite Four. When you do like 50% of the enemy Pokemon's health in the first turn, you know it's going to be a disgusting rollout. Until it misses on the second one and you're just sad. You gotta reset. Rain makes Thunder and Hurricane 100% accurate. I remember for doubles, I thought I was like next level when I used Swampert and Zapdos. I would use Thunder, and then Swampert was immune, and Earthquake, so Zapdos was immune. That's like my top favorite combo. I'm sure there's better versions of that. That was just like amateur me thinking that up. Swift swim. You missed the days of the rampant signed energy requests so people could get top loader. Bro, what do you... Charles is big brain. He wants another top loader. I'll tell you what, with all with the double reverse hollows, penny sleeves are going through fast. We killed like a case yesterday. You know what's really helpful? Nick is not updating spots right now, so I have to do it manually, but it's okay. I think there's another one full. Let me see. $24 times 2, 25 times 2. We finally finished our closet today because Haley's dad came over. 26 times 2, 28 times 1. The next thing I'm going to have to replace is probably like 6 windows. Because the previous owners just cheaped out. 26. Six and 27. Harold, you got a lot of heat yesterday. And yesterday, that's 2 streams. You popped off on a bunch of spots. All right, looks like 1 spot in 24, 3 spots in 25. So 1 spot left in this next one. There would be 4 requests a break back when you were doing. Yeah, but like, even though it's 30 breaks, it's still smaller relatively to the breaks that we're doing now. I just opened the first break. Probably Chucky. We got 1 spot in the next one. Me personally? I opened some up. I casually open mine. It's not a marathon. It's more of just a slow burn. one spot left in this next one. And then 3 left in the one after that. And no, I don't have an April Fool's joke lined up. Wasn't feeling it. Honestly, I hate April Fools. Alright, 24 is full. Looks like 2 left in the next one. Let me double check that. Oh, I was right. There's 2 left. So, was anybody affected by the storms yesterday? Because there was like the one in Illinois. I think was like I think it was Southern Illinois, but there was like 11 people dead. I want to say it was pretty intense. Yeah, it's the last day, so if you guys want to fit this will be like the last day for submissions too, for PSA through us until the next month. What was I about to do? Oh, I wanted to buy Pokeballs. I caught 2 Orangaroos. I could buy 10. You need to buy 10 for a premiere? A premiere? Where's Premiere Ball? I don't think it rains here unless it's hurricane season. It's something you get for buying 10 of any ball. I didn't get a Premiere Ball. What the heck? I got scammed. At least I didn't see one. Unless it gave me one and I don't see it yet. I don't think it did, though. Spidoops. Spidops. I know it's Spidops, but I like saying Yeah, I just refreshed it, though. I didn't think I saw it. Let me double check, just because now I'm paranoid. Oh, I did get a Premier Ball. Nice. Is that like just as effective as a Great Ball? Just looks different. I know in certain games it'll show the like what ball you caught it with when you throw the Pokemon out, which I really like. A Ditto. Catch. Yeah. I still don't know if does the battling show up in chat, or is it only within the widget? A shiny Gyarados and a Beast Ball. That's pretty cool. Is there a Pokeball that boosts the stats of a Pokemon you catch? I feel like that was a thing, wasn't it? In like the newer games? If you catch it with that ball specifically. If they haven't, that would be pretty sick. Friend Ball and Luxury Ball. Love Ball does friendship levels at a faster rate. Dude, friendship levels in Gen 2 sucked. It takes so long. You have to like, if it's like a baby Pokemon too, I like, you have to like have it be out in battle and basically just skip a turn when you're swapping Pokemon, because if it faints, it'll lose friendship. In Gen 2, I don't even think you had that option. Soothe Bell is Gen 2. You hate trying to get... What was Umbreon in Gen 2? I do remember it being difficult, though. Is it just evolving at night? Or was it happiness, too? Umbreon had, like, really, like, solid defense. Was it... I think it was defense and special defense, wasn't it? It's friendship and evolving it? Yeah, that's too much. Just start force feeding it Carbos or whatever that gives the defense. Is that calcium? Gyarados. That Great Tusk is nice for fighting as well. Alan, Gratz. And water is Josh. You had to check your room clock to even tell night and day. Yeah. Well, in Crystal you could tell when it was night and day. In Crystal, You couldn't catch a Mareep or an Ampharos. That is a very nice gold energy for electric. Congrats on that, Tetsnick. Dude, I had to catch a Growlithe for a fire type because that was so limited. If you didn't get a Magby out of the Egg and Crystal, like you couldn't. There was no fire types available. Early game, at least. And Crobat, you couldn't teach it Fly. That's pretty gradable. Or was it Xatu? No, it was, I leveled a Crobat and I was like, it can't learn Fly. And I was like, well, I just wasted my time. And then Natu couldn't learn Fly until it evolved to Xatu. The Lapras hidden encounter in the cave. Do I not remember that? What cave was it in? Was it Ice Cave? But it's Saturday. It's release weekend. The one before Bugsy. Dude, Bugsy was low-key like one of the hardest early gyms. If he got, what was the move? Fury Cut? It wasn't Fury, or is it something Cutter? Gardevoir. Very gradable. Whitney still gives you nightmares. If you pretty much had to overlevel unless you had like a sleep or a paralyze. Do I like WWE? I mean, I'm not like avidly following it. I find it entertaining though at times. What was the move though that Bugsy had? Something Cutter? Every time he used it, it would do more damage. And if you didn't kill the Scyther, you were dead. It was Fury Cutter? It's WrestleMania tonight. It's the only reason why I asked. Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't like take offense to it or anything. Its base power goes up each hit. Grizz, did you watch the J-Rose video where he failed on Weedle? He literally made it to max level on Weedle and got stuck on the last rival. Just explaining your random. I mean, as far as randomness goes, I don't really think that was too random. That was probably the most painful video I've ever watched. What I don't understand is, why does you can battle the rival at the end, and then the Pokemon are stronger. I usually battle him right away. Like, were he on that road to the Elite Four? Or to Indigo Plateau? I don't know his reasoning for that. Is it better experience later? Well, the problem with Weedle is he can't learn any moves. He's stuck with Poison Sting and String Shot. That is very gradable. Oh, Chucky, I read your message. I'll message you back about it. Rude to Booty, thank you for the follow. Four attacks and one isn't transformed. What? Weedle is the pinnacle of worst Pokemon. Grizz, you know what I'm talking about though? If in early game you could face your rival again if you go towards Indigo Plateau, before you even like go to Viridian and go to Brock. And then you won't battle him later, but every J-Rose video, he battles him at the end. I think he probably does it because it's better experience, right? Because early, that would give like a good amount. Because you don't, if you battle him early, you don't battle him again. That encounter doesn't happen. It's in all of his videos, where he calls it Rival Fival, I think. He battles it after he gets the last badge. I always battle it right off the bat. Because that's usually like where you can catch a Mankey in that grass and you go up. The Ditto that appeared knows Horn Attack, Flatter, Knockoff, and Sonic Boom. What? It doesn't know Transform. Ditto is like the hardest Pokemon to beat the game with, interestingly enough. You get what I'm talking about, Bowling Kid? You battle him early? I guess the reason he tries to beat the game as efficiently as possible, and I think it's most efficient to battle him later because it gives better XP, because his Pokemon are stronger then. It's a different lineup if you face him later. But like, what triggers that to be different? That's what's interesting in my head, because that's a... Who's got fire? David. Let's go. Not bad on the gradable. It's slightly thick on the left, slightly thick on the bottom, but I still think that's around a 9. Gorgeous. So when he battles him later, Bowling Kid, he has like his like final team, and they're all like stacked. Like it's like pre-Elite Four battle. I don't know, like, what if you were to go back after the like halfway through the game and do it? Would he have the full power Pokemon, or does it scale based on your progress? I'd have to Google that. I wonder if that's like answered. Because he versus him right at the end. So it's like a full power team. If you face him early, he has a Sparrow. Iron Treads alternate for Steel. Allen. This is the first box I feel like we've seen in a little bit that the trainers were light, but there's still 2 packs on the table. Very gradable on that. Blue? Yeah, like in the games. Your rival. He scales. So if you were to go back, he does it at the end, I do it at the beginning. If I were to go back, like, let's say after beating 3 of the gyms, it would be like what his team would be at that point, because that's pretty cool. That's a lot of, like, that's pretty intricate. I'm just saying, Grizz, that, like, I'm surprised. It would have to, right, Rotwing? Because, like, what triggers his team to be different? I would assume it just scales based on your progress. Because if you're exploring, I'm a person who, like, goes to every corner and checks everything. This set will be a good set to mix with other ones. All right, let's see where we're at in the other spots. All right, 25 is full. I can't believe I got through those case breaks like as quick as I did yesterday. I guess like I shouldn't be surprised, but I was proud of myself. I didn't tap out. Hold on, I'm just double checking this list. It's one. Two. Okay. I'm trying to figure out the name that doesn't belong in here. I think that's the name. $24. Okay, Josh, you're not in this break. I accidentally put your name in there. All right, randomizing in a second here. Just making sure everyone's in the right order that they bought into. Perfect. Good to randomize. printing. What's hilarious to me is like Ditto's concept is copying the other Pokemon, but like I don't think it's ever been like an effective Pokemon in the games. Ever. Other than like being used for like the breeding aspect. I'm surprised like they haven't like reworked that, or maybe they have in the newer games and I just haven't really noticed. I just double printed. You could post some spicy hits. Let's go. It copies stat changes, and with its held item, it's pretty good. Because at the end of the day, like, you're still going to be the same type as whatever you copied. It would work well. Does it keep what it transformed into if you switch Pokemon? Well, that kind of sucks. Because, like, if you copied something, then switched it out, you could, like, use that to your advantage later. But the imposter HA is so you don't have to use transform. It's just normal type then, isn't it? This box feels like there's too many packs. Maybe not. Maybe there's just a lot of hits. Hidden ability. Gotcha. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6. This might be just like a busted box we're about to open. It feels like significantly heavier. It's like transform, but you don't use the move. I mean, can it learn any move? Like TMs and HMs? Or most of them, at least. I guess that would kind of make it sleeper. But if it needs to transform to gain stats, that's what would like make it weak. It can't learn any. But like it, you. Oh, okay. Copycat is like a TM or a TM that J Rose uses in the games to like get around being weak. Why do you feel bad? That's how it goes. No, right. You can only catch it in the original game in the Pokemon Mansion, and it's the same color and like I think it had like the same stats / like weight and height and stuff. I still think Pokemon should run with that like one third-party mod where you fuse different Pokemon together. They should run with that idea. Iron Shards. Like, it's such... What's going to happen is, like, that mod is getting very, very popular, and then Pokemon will pick it up. And then that mod is not really going to benefit from it. Well, there's, like, a game, too, Tater Tot, that, like, you could battle with those merged Pokemon, like, in the game. Yeah. Like, your starter will be randomly merged Pokemon. It's like 3 randomly generated merged Pokemon. I think it's next level. You know how many different variations too? Because if you like, let's say combine Charizard Blastoise, if you use Charizard first, it's a different Pokemon. If you fuse it the other way, Blastoise Charizard. You never seen it? It's the entire Pokedex, and they have different stats each whichever way you go. There's plenty of ideas that they can go back to though, that they just need to. For the sets, we need to have Dark Pokemon again. One of the bosses has a legendary Birds Trio fusion. The shinies? They're not actually shinies, they're just full arts. At least that's my understanding of it. Oh, the game? I mean, what needs to happen too with shinies is there needs to be shiny variations. It's an easy fix to that. As in, like, that you can get a different color configuration, kind of like Arc. The square Sword and Shield. See, I didn't play Sword and Shield because they put an end game thing before I even got to the first gym, and I never left that area. And I was like, immediately, I was just like, well, there's really no incentive for me to play the game. Very nice alt. I'll let you know in a second. That looks very good. That looks between a 9 and a 10, but that's definitely tenable. Well, be sure to, if you're submitting with us, just make sure you do it, I would say, before the end of the day, because I'm probably going to get Nick all the stuff. All the breaks from last stream, aside from a couple, are all sorted already. I have like 5 people working on it. Got it done real quick. That reminds me of Speed Racer. I was talking about that this morning. Oh yeah, I mean just like before the end of the day, I would say. We've had a couple people in the past that are like, they come into stream on Monday or like Tuesday, and they're like, "Oh, is it okay if I bought grading today?" And I was like, "For last week?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "We're gonna refund you. I'm sorry, it's already out." Tater Tot, if you're still here, when you battle someone, it doesn't show up in chat at all. It's only in the widget for the Pokemon community. Aw. I have to see if there's any notification. I didn't have time to. Yes. S1, thank you, or Slayer, sorry. Thank you for the sub. 9 months, dude. I have to message Lonnie to make more sub badges because people are hitting beyond what I have made. I'll make another 5 years. The Charcadet line shinies look so minorly different. Bro, don't, my favorite Pokemon is the worst shiny version of itself. Raichu, like, you can't even tell it's shiny. It's slightly brown. How you not gonna make inverse color, or like a shiny should be the reverse of what it's the opposite of its colors on the color wheel. That's what a shiny needs to be every time. It should be something crazy and completely the opposite of what normal is. No. Ooh, Absol. It ain't anymore. What, Raichu? What, did they change the shiny? SV shinies are just that bad. If it's supposed to be something that's 1 in 1,000 or 1,200, you need to make it so, like, it's the opposite of normal. The opposite of normal is the opposite colors on the color wheel. It's my understanding that on a color wheel, whatever is across from it is the opposite, and that would stick out the most. That's like the furthest. It's the epitome of not normal. That's what it should be. I feel like that's such a no-brainer. I don't know, like... I didn't catch it, dang it. I should have used an Ultra Ball. But, like, I would say that it's easier to just go opposite on the color wheel. Because these days, they don't have to reanimate it. They just have to go to the setting where the color is for that specific region, and they would just change it. Why has it got to be a wheel? I didn't invent it, dude. Leonardo DiCaprio made it. The guy who painted Mona Lisa. You know DiCaprio? You a fan of his work? That's how you get, like, historically, like, just very inaccurate statements. That's My Chemical Romance pig right there. Emo pig. Nightmare Before Christmas pig. Why did emo people, or still emo people, why do emo people like Nightmare Before Christmas? Because it's just, like, dark. I never understood that, now that I think about it. He was great in Black Hawk Down. I'm trying to think of who was in Black Hawk Down now, actor-wise. Yeah, but, like, those type of people, like, always wore Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, like, specifically. Not everyone, but a good amount. I remember growing up. Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm saying, like, they always wore the attire. That is a alt trainer. Oh, you know who was in it, Ding? Dom Toretto. Vin Diesel. You are very welcome. Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor. I feel like this Mandalorian season is missing something. I don't know. But like that, the last episode, I won't spoil it if you haven't watched it. The ending got me a little excited. Orlando Bloom, dude. He's the best. Well, the ending of the the last episode that just came out got me really excited. It was a little bit of foreshadowing. Because I have to wait a week to watch every episode. I pay, I don't know how much a month. And they're making me wait another week. Book of Boba Fett. Every episode, there's a lot of filler episodes in Book of Boba Fett that, like, when I rewatched it, I skipped them. It was too much foreshadowing. Or, like, too much, like, background info. I recently rewatched episode 2? No. What's Revenge of the Sith? 4? So I watched 3. Or it's different than what I just said. Rip Caparzo, dude. He got killed off in Saving Private Ryan so early. And then you figure out Private Ryan's Matt Damon, and you're just like, we lost Dom Toretto for this guy. But, like, now going back and watching, like, the one before Revenge of the Sith filled a lot of gaps, especially, like, with Mandalorian and all that. Or not Mandalorian, Boba Fett. Yo, that's really good. It was Book of Boba Fett, and then Mando shows up, and then the story kind of like shifted, and like who the story was about. All right, 26 is the next one with spots available. See if we get that filled. Otherwise, we'll roll it over to Monday. But we got time. I'm in no rush. This will be the last submission, like the last stream that'll make it into this month's PSA submission. You think Fast and Furious? What about Triple X, dude? And then they just cut him out completely. Triple X State of the Union, they just put Ice Cube in there. Did him dirty. I gotta go work out tomorrow morning because I'm coming off of vacation. I got used to working out every day, and I skipped, like, I missed probably, like, this will be the second day at this point. I just feel like crap when you're on that rhythm and then you miss it. I'm just updating the packs opened so then I could have an accurate number at the end of stream. It was foreshadowing in Private Ryan, to be honest. Caparzo was totally living life quarter mile at the time. You could say that. Has there only been one PS? No, the one that came back was a double. There's actually 3. This next one, I'm sure is going to be like it might be like 3 or 4 stacked together because they messed up by not telling us that they didn't tell us that our membership, we had it on auto pay to auto renew the entire duration of it being with PSA, and then they must have changed systems or something and it didn't auto renew and it didn't tell us that it didn't auto renew. But that was like a month ago. No, the last time that we had a submission come back was like 2 together, and then we had 1 before that. Beautiful. After shipping for release, like, and everything will be submitted like immediately after that. There's going to be a chunky one on the way back. It's going to be a couple submissions together. 26 is full. All right. I thought it was raining, but that was just the shower. Tetsnick filling it out. All right, let me get it randomized. Printing. I really like American Pie. The whole soundtrack tonight? Really? I mean, the movies are okay. It's not like I'm like some of these older songs, they appear like on a lot of soundtracks. The thing is, I have to do family friendly songs. So like some older classics. I'm sure they appear in movies. Dude, I haven't seen an American Pie movie in a long time. Alomomola. I think a new one is coming out. Original cast, not the awful offshoots. Like the side movies. I want to pull that Miriam alt art in these breaks maybe another time. Oh, for sure. We haven't seen it today yet. I'm going to go for a bold double stack here. Trainer right off the bat, Professor's research. Very good. I forgot what we were talking about, like, entirely. We were kind of talking about, like, 10 different things at once. Can't wait for the new Pokemon DLC to come out, even though it's so far away. For Scarlet and Violet. Back-to-back breaks, dude. Electric. Craig. The same case, too. Very gradable. Between 9 and 10. The alt Miriam pulls are slowing down a little bit now. I'm telling you, dude, I'm convinced that we were getting very lucky. That's a big hit. Tatsnick, scooping those spots. This is a good one, yeah. Very gradable, too. Between a 9 and a 10. Arcana. Well, you just got the Gyarados, Tatsnick. I don't know if you were paying attention. It's a nice little casual Saturday. I'm about it. Terrapogos. Is that the DLC? A suitcase just for cards. Or you ship them back. Might be easier. Any alt art would be awesome. Yeah, they're all beautiful. They did a good job. I think Gyarados is still the card that I've pulled the least of. Overall. My problem now? I mean, you would just be hanging out with, doing the daily stuff with me. Packs and water. I mean, I got both of those. A baby bottle filled with adult Kool-Aid. He's gonna be like the one, the bum that they brought in as a witness in Chuck and Larry. You ever seen that movie? There's a microphone in the cake. They moved it. I forgot what I actually had. Oh, this is good. What, from me? You haven't sorted through those yet? Tox Crook, Dark. Just selling your heads. I just keep everything, dude.
How many breaks have you done?
It should be about a case.
Okay, we'll let them pile up a little longer.
Do you have more over there?
We just have 2. So that's why I was letting them pile up, so we've been doing the closet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me know when you have like...
I'll just bring it out.
in here. Okay.
Ooh, alt fighting. It's also it's going to be the factory's 6-year anniversary this month. Towards the end. It's going to be hype. Who's fighting? Mr. Tetsnick, very nice. both alts in one break. 2 different boxes though, because each row is half of each of the boxes, the way I stacked them. Dude, I must have ran everybody into the ground just on the first stream or the first day of release. Everyone's just dead. I mean, rightfully so. It was like 14 out of the last like 24 for the first stream. So like more than half of 24 hours was spent opening pack. And that's not even including today. Ooh. Wow, that's a double full art. One alternate too. Grass. The Spdoops. Both clean. That grass full art is like really, really clean. I like it. Craig. Not bad. 29 minutes on. Oh, dude, my sleep schedule is completely jacked. I'm gonna have to stay up until tomorrow night. Then I'll be reset. You would have done low kicks instead of Spdoops. Oh, they might. In the next set or something. The first set, or the first set of every sort of era of Pokemon is always like them like kind of just figuring it out, I feel like. Then the next set turns out to be crazy. This set's good though. See, dude, I'm not a big fan of the bug types, just because, like, in all of, like, most of the early gens and into, like, Sun and Moon, I would say, they just weren't that, like, good. I tried using Golisopod, and I feel like his mechanic for retreat never works properly. It's always at the wrong time. You're gonna freak out? Let's go. I know they're still doing a holiday set in July. I don't know why. I know like the next holiday set's gonna be like insane. I never effectively used Golisopod's effect like in a way that like benefited me. It would take like a chunk of damage and then retreat when I didn't want it to, and I'm just like, well, okay. I think I put it back in the PC and I just never used it again. Yeah, but like notice what makes them good. It's not because they have the bug typing. Like dragon on its own, strong. Fire on its own, fairly strong. Bug, unless paired with another type, kind of underwhelming. And on top of it, all of those that you just named, I'd rather use something else, in my opinion. What does Quiver Dance do? Affects attack. Raises speed, special attack, and special defense. I feel like an effect like that takes them from being like a crappy Pokemon to like normal. You know what I mean? Just like average. I don't know. I feel like bug types have always been underwhelming just throughout the entirety of the game. I've never seen a bug type in game and I'm like, oh crap, this is gonna be a tough battle. I just like immediately use like Ember or Flamethrower and it's over. Mega Beedrill. It's Mega Evolution. It does normal damage. It does regular damage. Brave Bird. Any flying type move. Gust. It's a glass cannon and fast. So like it'll do like a good chunk of your health and then die, pretty much. I think I'd rather have an Electrode with an explosion or like a Graveler with like self-destruct. Talonflame? Fire flying? Yeah, that's rough. One type I slept on was Steel. I didn't realize that it had the least amount of weaknesses. When I replay Alpha and Omega Ruby and Sapphire, whenever they put that on the Switch, which I don't know when they will. Ooh, the Nest Ball. I'll definitely like run like an Aggron. But I already like run Metagross, so I guess like I haven't been sleeping on it too much. Fairy has that now? Well, I guess in Gen 3 it was probably Steel. I guess having Metagross and Gardevoir is probably not the most optimal because you're covering Psychic twice. Aggron would probably be better. Because what's Aggron? Is it just Steel? Or is it Steel Ground? Pretty great on that. Reverooms? Steel Rock? Is Steel Rock like what? Would Aggron be like the best Gen 3 Steel type? Because what are the other ones? I mean, Steelix is Gen 2. Caesar? Steel Poison? Metagross? No, yeah, for Reverie. Metagross, see, like, but I always run Gardevoir on my team. So Fairy Psychic is like, you're hitting Psychic twice, which I guess is not a bad thing. Psychic is usually pretty strong. But like, if you wanted to be more optimal in Gen 3. Because even if you went Gallade, it's still Psychic Fighting. Until it meets the beefy boys? Which beefy boys? Like, Elite Four? I feel like it's strong all the way through with Psychic Fairy. Fairy destroys Dragon. I never used Frostlass. I definitely want to... Is Frostlass Gen 3? I'd give the edge to Metagross solely for being a pseudo-legend. Right. I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to cover a wider variety of types and weaknesses. It had a Mega Evolution, though, in the remakes. So it made it really, really strong. A Mega Evolved Gardevoir just, like, sleeps people. I remember for some reason I used Blossom in the game and it was really underwhelming. Well, Metagross also had the Mega... I think I, like, mainly chose those three, like Salamence, Metagross, and Gardevoir, because they had Mega Evolutions. But you could only use one per battle anyway. Once you taught, like... What was Metagross? I think it was, like, Meteor Smash or something. Otherwise, I just taught her Earthquake, and it was GG. Excalibur. What's the typing on it? You know, one thing they haven't introduced a Pokemon, which I think would be pretty cool. In the tower defense game I play, there's, like, you know, pierce, siege damage, different defenses. But there's also Chaos, which is like pure damage, where it does the equal amount of damage to every type. Pokemon doesn't really have that, does it? Ice Dragon? Oh, that's rough if you're facing it. Pretty much Fairy and that's it, right? Unless Ice has a resistance to it. That would be a nightmare to go against. What? It's disgusting. Okay, so that's just like they're trawling with that. It's Godzilla. It's the final boss. But yeah, like what I said, like Pokemon doesn't have an aspect of like one move doing equal damage to all the different types. Like it's not super effective, it just does the same damage across the board. I think something like that would be pretty okay. Like I think it would bring a new aspect a little bit. Because if you boost that, it would do just a lot of damage across the board. Yeah, but normal still has super effective, and it can be resisted by like a lot of types or certain types. Oh, it isn't super effective to anything, but it still can't hit certain types. Right, so that's where I would be wrong with. It would be different. Is that it would just do consistent damage across the board, always. That would be like an interesting aspect to add, in my opinion. Okay, we got a bunch of spots taken. Let me see where we're at. It looks like 2 spots left in 27, I think. It's filled. So there's moves that like do pure damage, I would say then, right? Is that what you're saying? Who am I missing for 27? Oh, Dan. I thought that was to get your cards graded. Because whenever I see notes and that value, I thought you were just getting 3 cards graded. Might be. I got you. All right, randomizing. Cricketune. Those are affected by immunity, but not by resistance. Gotcha. Nightshade is based damage based on level? Really? Was it always like that? No one wanted the Cricketune. Everyone was like, yeah, nah. Perfect example of bug types right there. Case in point. Even if, like, you just, you know, it doesn't hurt you to catch the Pokemon for the Pokedex, no one wanted it. That is absolutely hilarious. I don't think I've caught, like, any of the ones today. Maybe one. A Rangaroo popped up twice. Hang on, I just gotta use the bathroom real quick, and I'm gonna bring these bricks out to be sorted. All right. Let's continue. Oh, one last thing. I just need to grab my phone charger right on the counter. Bro, I've ran this phone into the ground. The battery is like done on it. I have like the Note Plus, I think. The Note X, yeah, the Note Plus. I'm dreading the day of getting a new phone because then I usually just pay off the one. Then you have to re-download everything, re-log in everything. Oinkalonge. Oinkalong. Oinkalong? Along, the long on the end is like cologne. Oinkalong. Carlos. Chris? Grizz with the trainer spot again? Dude, it's because Grizz likes trainer. It's the way she goes. Gyarados. Water. It's a trainer kind of day. It's not a bad day to be a trainer kind of day, huh? Gardevoir, though. Hello. Dan. My boy Dan, dude, getting some heat in his world. Dan, that's between a 9 and a 10. You better be here. It's 7:50. It is no time to be tired. He's finally here. When you choose to leave, dude, you're very welcome. Toxicroak is dark. Dark as Grizz. Very gradable. It's a clean full art. Yeah, the background is very nice. Back to back. What about Simisear, dude? We totally didn't get enough Simisear in the past 10 sets. Seadra? I'll bite. I'm gonna run out of balls again. I mean, aside from that alt. But it had a regular V in about like 10 sets. Arcana. Spidoops. Grass. I mean, the alt should have been in last set. Oh, I caught it. Too strong. Stop taking my sleeves.
There's too many howls with this new set.
Did you hear what she said? There's too many hollows with the new set. Yo, also, I know like crypto's been kind of like cold lately, but Dogecoin today, well, I don't know what's going on. I think we're about to have a pop off. Almost time to cash it in. I had so many price alerts on my phone when I just checked it. It's leaning hard, but I have faith in it. You will not fall. You will stay. There's a Corellia too. You might get the entire evolution line. Okay, that's probably gonna fall. Maybe if I offset the balance, it'll just stay for a little longer. It's got a little jiggle to it though. Everyone likes a little jiggle. Not when I want this tower to stay up, that's for sure. Same with being in a very tall building. You wouldn't want that to jiggle. That'd be a little sketch. I'm not the biggest fan of heights, and we went on top of the Hancock, I think. Not the Sears. The Sears was like overbooked when we went. But when I was on top, I could not get too close to the window. I just couldn't do it. I was just like, I'm unsettled at being at that height. But like, I'm fine flying, which is really weird. No, I know. They do a little bit. You should see, dude, I was watching like a history doc on like the tower in Dubai. Because they have to build on sand. It already doesn't make sense. But like, the amount of, like, it actually moves, I was just like, what? And I learned also that because the building is so tall, they couldn't effectively like evacuate for a fire. So they have to have like fireproof rooms like on each like 20 floors or whatever. Well, they have like really long concrete stems, I think, going into the sand, so it's kind of like a base for it, and it's meant to move. But like in my head, I'm just like, dude, if you're in charge of that and the building like doesn't hold up, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. I would not want to be in charge of that engineering. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was fascinating how they like manufactured islands. They used like those like hexagon kind of things. Yeah. It's still like I wouldn't want to like be in that building, like reside in it. That's just like it's too tall to make sense. That's like the tallest building in the world, I think. Double dock toxic rook. Very gradable. Well, these are the second halves of each of the boxes. The way I stacked them. Gold rare candy. There is. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty gradable too. 29 on its own. Rare Candy is just definitely one of those timeless trainer cards. It would be cool in any set. I still want a Master Ball Gold Trainer, man. I don't know why they haven't. I guess like if they didn't make one for the game though. I missed a Coreodon. That's fighting. In the next break, I'll try my best. You got some good stuff, Audrey. You went on a hot streak. And all those case breaks. Well, ever since I think it was my cousin who got me the Pokeball, like, that was made by Pokemon, like that you buy from the Pokemon Center. And I learned that they have like each different Pokeball too. So I got to get the rest of them. They're so sick. Well, dude, when you put them on a shelf all together too, it looks so good. I mean, I'm already out of shelving. I have to add more. I'll be finishing off my collection room soon. I found that there's connectors for the Nanoleaf lines that connect around corners, so now I need to buy more lights. I didn't know if it did before, and then I found it, and I was like, oh, well, I thought I was done. They're a little bit stubborn though in terms of adding multiple power supplies, because I'm sure like they definitely didn't intend for the amount of Nanoleaf lines that I'm using. I think my current setup is like touching 50 lines. An average setup is like 12. So beyond 30, you need an additional power supply, and I think for my setup you need 3 currently, which I had the power supplies, but it's not like picking it up on the app, so I think I have to set it up with 1 power supply and then go to the add power supply screen and then add it, because I kind of just added it as I went. It looks so good though, Grizz. Because right now I have 3 rows of ledges where the cards are leaning on the wall. And the lines spread out in 3 directions, like to highlight the 3 ledges. Like in between the top and the next. And you could... my plan, kind of, if unless I just do like a crazy, just whatever animation for it, but I could make it. I could program each light to be the color of the type that's underneath it. So I'll have like a fire section, a water section. Yeah, like it's really next level. I just had to figure out the stupid power supply thing. Cause like it's a great product. I love them, but their app can be very much a headache sometimes. When it like came to like really like specific things that they didn't necessarily foresee. They have a lot of those Pokeballs on Pokemon Center. I'd have to look because I'm sure they're like somewhat limited. My cousin also got me the Squishmallow Gengar, which is supposedly like one of the rarest ones. I told Nick, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "What? You know about this?" Because like I wasn't really like following it. He's like, "Dude, you got to give it to me." I'm like, "Nah, I'm keeping it." How much is that Gengar? Not that I'd ever sell it. Just good to know. I still have it in its original packaging and everything. I think it still is. Do I collect badges? What do you mean? Like the pins in the pin boxes? I don't necessarily do because if it's something like guaranteed like that, I'm less excited about something like that. I never got like a box of those when I was a kid. I'm sure they're pretty pricey now for the originals. It's a little bit lopsided, but still looks pretty good. I'd say around a 9. Grass. And psychic. Tetsnick got me one of those Dragon Ball Z, like what they use to track the Dragon Balls, where they press the it's kind of like a, how do I describe the shape of it? It's almost like a hand watch, but it's like the radar. No one caught it? What? That's staying in its box, even though I kind of want to open and play with it. But I'm a person who likes to keep it in the original packaging. You need to. I'm sick in the head though. I'd probably keep them both sealed. 28. I think 28 filled. Jeez, Audrey is not playing games right now. Jeez, Audrey. Audrey's like, these are my hits. They're coming home with me. All the gold. Yeah, 28's full. Good job filling, I guess. You are very welcome, Superheads. Gotta go pick up dinner? Sounds good, dude. We have yet to see the Alt Miriam today. We opened a few cases. From Momos. I think it's exclamation point PO. Don't send me jumbos, please. I'm gonna set the PO box to not accept jumbo cards. Boom, countered. It's a very nice feature they added. They, I'm pretty sure Dumpster Fire Cards buys them. So don't just be throwing away money. Darian Moifina. I gotta change. Did they change the channel again? I wanted to grab the Starbucks that I have in the fridge. Hold up. Okay. It has to be a pop, otherwise I have to throw it out. That was a crispy one. Oh, it's so cold. Wow. That's next level. pop. Alright, we got top load. Dude, we almost killed another case of top loaders. I feel like I just opened this one. Yeah, 5-month marker. You're close. Definitely closer to achieving the goal than not. Wow, that's crispy. Rapidash, why not? Also, we'll start it off right. Best $15 I've ever spent. A double? Okay. No more. Oh my gosh. It hits you like your brainstem, dude. Jeez. That was the first pack of this break. I didn't even warm up. Audrey? You got Charmander? That's pretty busted. First one we've seen today. Very gradable too. Between a 9 and a 10. Yo, I caught Rapidash. Let's go. Well, alright, I could just pack up the rest of the packs, right? Coria down. Fighting. It doesn't tell you if you caught a shiny until you check it. That's it. The shiny odds are pretty much like the game, where it's like 1 in 1,200, whatever, and you won't know until it's in your inventory. There's a widget. So, like, you know where the panels are, where it says, like, you know, join our Discord or, you know, check out our YouTube. It's its own square. Really? That's awesome. We've gotten 8 in like 12 cases. Gotten pretty lucky. Oh, absolutely. That's really good. Because 80 is like, it's like 2 boxes and 8 packs. That's very good. 31 total hits is very good. We just pulled one just now. It was the first pack of this break. The first one we saw today. That was number 8. Psychic. Very gradable. Without even warming up, dude. It was just first pack. The same thing happened. It's happened multiple times with Burning Shadow Zard. I pull a Hyper Zard like the first pack of a big break. I'm not in the mood for you, Pitbull. Oh, this song's hype. I mean, it's 1 in 216 that the first pack, the very first pack, has the Miriam. If there's even a Miriam, that's not even taking into account those odds. I still remember randomly picking 1 pack of Champion's Path out of a stack of 18, out of all the breaks for the night too, so like probably thousands. And I picked the pack and I said, there's a shiny Zard in this, and there was. I was like, oh my, I was so hype after that. Pretty gradable on that, clean. Iron Trips. I still remember seeing Donphan in the first Pokemon movie, in the opening battle, and wondering, I was like, what is that? Because Gen 2 wasn't even out yet. That Arcanine. Both Miriams. In the same box, no less. Also gradable. There you go, Audrey. That's a good start. I think we have yet to have multiple Miriams in a break. It's probably pretty hard to do. Magnetism. I think this is like the 6th case break, maybe 5th. Another Arcana. Shaping up to be an interesting case. Excuse me. Ooh. I like the Magnezone in the games. Bro. Clean. The Jacques alt. Second alt for trainer. Carkol? Why not? How you doing, Casper? Magnetone with the Dondozo. Few extra hours of stream. New minigame? Oh yeah, for sure. What's nice is I'm going to add it to the gaming channel, and it'll save your progress. It'll be the same in here as it is in there, or any other stream that uses it. Quaxel with a Mirrodon. Damn, Casper is the only one. I've been re-ranking up with the bonus stars in Hearthstone. I need to hit Legend like in the next week or so before it becomes impossible again. Before the new set comes out. I think I'm already back up to gold with the bonus stars. I don't think it's going to take... Hopefully it gives me bonus stars all the way to my previous rank. At least a diamond. Dude, I got with it, the closest I got to Legend was 2 wins, and then every game was my exact counter. Slash. I think the game like makes you draw dead sometimes. That's why I like to switch decks after I'm being on a winning streak, but it still catches you. Professor's research. It's not a trainer you see ever break. I think I was like Diamond 3 at that point. Yep, that's exactly what happens. As soon as you're up like well above 50% win rate, it just like That's why if I win one or two, it's so hard to when you're on a win streak, but like you have to just not play for the rest of the day. And then like the next day I feel like it like forgets that you need a counter cue. I think not only does it counter you, I think it makes you have bad draws. I'm convinced. Because, like, every time I lose, I feel like, oh, okay, I'm just not drawing any answers at all that I would usually draw. Is that Corellia? Maybe once you hit like the certain threshold, like Diamond 5, where you can't D rank anymore, it's smart to just concede like 10 games in a row. I never thought of that. That might be like an exploit. I'm gonna try that when I hit Diamond 5. I'm just gonna do like 20 concedes in a row. I think I might be onto something there. I just thought of that just now. Just tank my MMR since I can't drop below Diamond 5. And then hopefully by the time I get to be like at the point where I'm about to be legend, I'll still be below 50%. There's the first gold, Audrey. You got fighting? Oh, Tetsnick's got fighting. There'll be more golds though. I could feel them. Tetsnick, very nice. Between a 9 and a 10. Dang, dude, I wish I would have tried that before the ranks reset. I guess I'll just hit Diamond 5 again. I have to get back through Plat, though. I don't think it gives you enough stars to hit Diamond again. Great Tusk. Back to back for you, Tetsnick. Slightly thick on the bottom, but probably still between a 9 and a 10. Gorgeous. I think I'm approaching 7K in Battlegrounds again. I went on a little hot streak. It's either 6 or 7. I forgot which one it was, but I think it's 6. I think I'm on my way to 7 right now. King Gambit. Yeah, the buddies definitely like changed the game. I had a really good game with Onyxia, and I just had beasts that kept resummoning, and every time you summon the whelp, it gains like 4/4 when it's gold, and I just got out of control. Yeah, the game was so fast before this recent update. It like you like won or lost in like 3 rounds. It was like ridiculous. I still think they need something other than undead, or they needed to add more minions to, like, pirate. Pirate seems kind of light. It's like you win early and you just sputter out every time. That's why like I tend to just not go for it. If you're going for top 4 though, like pirate's a good way to do it. Usually. Another trainer. Penny. What's up, real man? I see you, my guy. Whoa. The energy card just didn't want to be there. Iron Shreds with a Spidoops. Spidops, I know. Audrey. Definitely a card I want graded in my collection for sure. If not all of them. And Super Hoods, how you doing, my guy? Good to see you once more. The Gyarados. This release flew by. A little late on that one, Casper. Oh, the puppers is looking for me. I heard him sniffing by the door. Despair. Doom. approaching the halfway mark. I can't cover the mirror in. Probably a little over the halfway mark because sometimes I go a couple packs beyond those stacks. First half's pretty good. Oh my gosh, the alt. That's neck. Clean. It's a nice little sandstorm behind it. Very gradable too, between a 9 and a 10. I'll have to reset the pile of hollows and reverse hollows then. I'm probably going to be running low on Pokeballs again soon. Best believe when a Raichu shows up, I'm going to use an Ultra Ball. I think you just passively earn it. But the menu is under the widgets. It's way easier to manage all your stuff. It's got its own window in my panels. Another Iron Treads. Clean. I think that's all the Iron Treads. I didn't catch it. Dang. Wait, Casper, is that? Does that mean it's shiny? What is that symbol? Or is that just simple, just part of your name? I don't think it is. Wow, dude. 1 in 1,200? If it is. I think it is, though. Let me know if it shows up as shiny. Speaking of shiny, hello, Fire. Audrey. Doesn't look shiny? I don't know why that symbol is next to you then. I don't know what that means. I mean, is the Hakama O shiny like that? This, I feel like it should have an icon next to it, wouldn't it? I don't know. It's not. I really am curious to what that symbol is then. Because I bet that's like a mechanic or something. Maybe perfect IV or something? Alright, time to reset the house, reverse hollows. They've become unmanageable. Maybe it's perfect IVs. Otherwise, it's got to be like a mechanic with the actual like Pokeball. Oh, it has fantastic HP. That's good. Thing's a tank. So maybe that's what it meant. It had like a boosted stat. I mean, I'd say that like having a good HP is probably pretty important and strong. So I guess maybe that's what it meant by that symbol. That like one of the stats was like really good. That would apply to IVs, right? Yeah, because HP's got to be one of them. Oh. Right where like the center of my back is, in between my shoulder blades, is just so tight right now. I need to raise this desk up like 3 inches. So I can raise the chair up a little bit more. And you could also battle with those. Dude, I'm so excited to do that mermaid curse tomorrow. I'm completely just like chomping at the bit for it. I'm so tempted to do it tonight when I get off, but I want to do it on stream, which will be tomorrow. The next curse I'll work on is the gold curse for sure. I might even start working on that now. pretty busted case so far. What's interesting now that I think about it, Serial, the DJ who made this song, uses like a girl avatar, like an anime girl, and it looks exactly like Miriam. It's actually pretty crazy. I just noticed that. Like the hair and everything. Interesting. Spidops. Still a horrifying Pokemon. Dude, I'm telling you, I think between the Gyarados and the Miriam, I think Gyarados is slightly more rare. In my opinion, but it's still early. Sounds good. Have a safe flight, my guy. And it's like I said, dude. I've never had my boat sunk while doing a shrine or a treasury because you have to leave your boat on top. Tomorrow will be the stream where I need to like not die, to like lose progress. I think, and I'm 100% gonna get attacked while doing it. Yeah. They're right there. This box. Oh, thank you. Basic energy. A little bit thick on the bottom. Still nice though. Probably around a 9. Psychic. Electric. Sharpedo. Give me that. Team Stark runs. Rig, thank you for 35 months being a sub. Almost 3 years. Appreciate you. The last hollow was just hiding. Dang, dude, I haven't caught like the last like 6. So I'm saving all my Ultra Balls for Raichu. Gold Mirrodon. Electric. Audrey. There's some gold for you. Made us wait for it. I'd say around a 9. It's a little bit lopsided. Coretta. Very good. This case went by pretty quick. Team Star Grunts. Olive with Spoopa. Shoulder blade. Center of my back. Flittle with a Zangoose. Alright, all the heat is going to be in this final stack, I guess. Corydon. Feeling a gold for the road here. Oinkalong. Otter. There you go. A piggy. What's up, Anthony? Ooh, the regular full art to go with the alt. That's very nice. How's it going, my guy? Iron Treads. Last pack magic. Gold rare candy. Last pack magic for trainer. Audrey. There you go. Very nice. Slightly thick on the bottom, but I still say between a 9 and a 10. Good case. Well, you didn't get all the golds, Audrey, but you got a solid amount. I think like 2 or 3. And the alt Miriam chase. A lot of hits. That's very good. I'll take it. You got both Miriams too. All right. All right, we'll probably end it there then for release. Good job, guys. Love every single one of you. Let's close the current giveaway. Winners, Grizz. Congrats, Grizz. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, Fanfy on the gaming stream, where I finally get the mermaid curse. My character will glow a light blue hue. Have a good rest of your night, everybody. I'll see you guys Monday or tomorrow if you're going to watch the gaming stream. Exclamation point gaming. I want to see if I catch this Fanfy first. Let me catch something. Just because you said that, now you're not going to catch it? Come on, let's see it. Give me the Fanfy. Please. I haven't caught like the last 6 Pokemon. My RNG is bad right now. You're right. I didn't catch it again. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Love every single